Jiggers had the experience of many of the cats that we see come into the cafe, which is that his owner is a single older lady whose health had started to decline, and about 5 months ago she was put into a nursing home. Her health never allowed her to come back home to him, so he was left in the care of an elderly cousin that she has. Over the last 5 months, the cousin has done everything she could to not only take care of the cat, but then to also, when they realized that the nursing home was not going to be a temporary setup for the owner, the cousin started looking into other options to rehome. And so unfortunately for Jiggers, he has the whole deck stacked against him. He's a senior cat, he's overweight, he's been declawed, and he's only ever known one person that he could trust. So all of these factors have come together to create a personality that from the outside looking in presents as an aggressive animal. So what had happened with Jiggers is that the cousin started contacting rescues, trying to get somebody to take him in, and because of all of the factors with him, nobody, and the crisis, right? We are in a crisis of adoptable pets in America. So because of all of this, he was not a good candidate to be taken into a traditional shelter, even if there were space, which at this point, nobody really has space for him. I don't even have space. We just, thankfully, by the grace of God, we were able to move some things around and make something work for him to give him the second chance. But being that he's 11 years old, he's predisposed to potentially having health issues, even though thankfully, knock on wood, at this moment, he is physically fully healthy. That could change at any moment. Cats are very susceptible to stress, so the more stressed out he gets, the more those bad behaviors are going to come through. Right now, anyone who approaches him is getting hissed at. He is trying to scratch people, but he's declawed on the front, so he's just slapping us, and there is a high bite risk. So these are just factors that don't fare well in the shelter. They don't present well to potential adopters, and so because of that, he was just really out of options. Luckily for him, this is kind of our bread and butter. We've never seen a situation where we've gotten to have our hands on it from the start like we have with him, which is why we're trying to document it. But a single owner cat that is over 10 years old, overweight, and especially declawed, those are your hardest situations to rehab them out of and rehome them into. So it was all behavioral, his scheduled euthanasia, and when I learned that information, that's when I threw my hat in the ring and said, yes, please let me try him out, see what I can do for him, because when it's behavioral, the ball's in his court at this point. But ideally, what we're shooting for is to gain his trust to the point where he can present docile enough so that somebody who is interested in potentially adopting would look at him as a good candidate, and then hopefully ideally take him home. And all of our adoptions come with a lifetime of behavior support. So once we do find an adopter and get him into a home, we will be able to provide all the tips and tricks and support to give him and the adopter the best chance at forever.